Folks, I don't know about you, but I needed some Carthage action in my life, so we have it here at the Battle of Camelodon. An interesting mouthful of a name there, and the battle is going to see 3 mercenary Numidian noble cavalry up front. Very interesting. Nope, some of them are just Numidian cavalry. Okay, I was going to say, man, 3 of them? That's insane. So 1 noble, 2 standard, and then behind them, let's take a look at the next line. We've got Libyan hoplites, Gallic warriors. Next line, we've got a Samnite, a Scutari, Samnite, Scutari, Samnite. So a mix of heavy and medium infantry there. Carthaginian cavalry, a noble cavalry general. Interesting pick there. Noble cavalry is really poor for the dollar for Carthage, which is unfortunate because they weren't really a power faction to begin with. So that's the Carthaginian army, and they're up against none other than Epirus here. We've got some skirmisher cavalry for Epirus and some Tarentine cavalry on the other flank. They will be overmatched by the Numidians, so this noble cavalry better be careful because that standard skirmish cavalry could get some good value if that noble cavalry takes a lot of javelins. 2 slingers up front, and then we've got some mercenary Italian swordsmen, Illyrian levies, Samnites as well, so Samnites on both sides of this battle. Must be a Samnite Civil War. There's some mercenary Cretans in a second line, so that's going to be some powerful stuff. We have some Molossian dogs, 2 units of those, and then there are citizen cavalry mixed with Thessalian cavalry. The general is a royal peltist, which is the best of peltist, and probably the best unit in the game, right? I think so many people think that. I do like the royal peltist, though. In any case, this is going to be the battle. So the Molossian dogs could be really good against the Numidian cavalry here if they are kind of crafty and catch them at the right time. In fact, these dogs have already been turned loose and are chasing the Numidian cavalry. Good play by the Carthaginian player here to let the dogs be intercepted by the infantry. They can't be controlled, but look at this. The dogs making their way through some of the infantry and really want to kill those cavalry. And so again, nice job by the Numidian cavalry here using the other units to block the dogs and minimize their impact. That's pretty much the only way to go. So the dogs end up doing some really good damage to that Celtic warrior, though. Wow, who let the dogs out? Ooh, that's got to be rough. So let's see here. Carthage, I didn't cover their skirmishers, but I see 3 mercenary Cretans. So with the 2 slingers and the 2 mercenary Cretans, though, that's a lot of skirmish potential. Those Gallic warriors felt that one. Carthage has probably a numeric infantry advantage here, kind of. I don't know. The infantry advantage is kind of up in the air, in my opinion. Thessalian cavalry is certainly a lot better value than the noble cavalry. I mean, just look at the stats here. 40, 25, 10 on the first 3. 37, 25, 10. So, I mean, right off the bat, the Thessalian cavalry putting on, 67 bonus, 15 defense, 40 armor. Yeah, better charge bonus, just as good at defense, and just a little less armor. So Thessalian cavalry is a very good value. The Carthaginian cavalry getting absolutely shellacked here on that charge. It charges in, allowing the Gallic warriors to go in and kind of create a blob here, but that Carthaginian cavalry is going to be no more after that charge. They're getting pegged by these Thurio spears back here. There's so many javelins coming in. I didn't see the Thurio spears earlier, but they are out working this flank now against the mercenary Numidian cavalry. That noble cavalry, where is the Numidian nobles? Mercenary Numidian, Mercenary Numidian, Mercenary Numidian. I thought we had Mercenary Numidian noble cav somewhere. Could have sworn I saw that early on. Maybe I did, and it's no longer here or something. I don't know. I've lost track of it somehow. The Carthaginian Cretan archers are perfectly safe at the moment. We've got Italian swordsmen and Illyrian levies pushing forward, Carthage pushing their infantry forward on their right flank. These mercenary Samnite warriors headed towards the Thurio spears. That would be a nice target for them to pull down before they use all their javelins against Carthage, because that's really the only way that Thurio spears are going to get any significant damage done. The Royal Peltist now being focus fired by the Cretan archers. This Royal Peltist doesn't want to go anywhere near them. They actually get hit by the cavalry charge of their own unit from behind. I don't think it actually causes them damage, but it knocks them on the floor, at least, temporarily. And now you've got a cavalry target and an expensive general all in one place, so the pickings are good for the Carthaginian Cretans over there. And that Numidian cavalry is holding back the Tarentines at the moment. The noble cavalry for Carthage, still very much untouched. Let's just kind of see what happens here, see how Carthage continues this engagement. This Samnite warrior pulled through the Thurio spears, interesting. Wouldn't have expected that. Citizen cavalry being tied up here with Carthaginian cav. Pretty close at the moment. Let's see, those Cretan archers, it looks like targeting a cavalry unit at the moment. Let's see what they go to next. I'm seeing a lot of fire being returned here by the enemy the Epirus Cretans, and it's right now going at the noble cavalry. Maybe I just saw the noble cavalry. I don't know how I got confused. I could have sworn there was a Numidian noble cavalry earlier. I don't see it anymore. We're going to get some pressure back here on the slingers and the Cretan archers with the Samnite warrior. Interesting. These Samnites are easily holding their ground against a mercenary Scutari. So Carthage lacking the infantry power to finish the fight there. And that Royal Peltist general gets tangled up with a mercenary Scutari. This is not great for the Epirus general.
Understood.
Just kind of see how this plays out. Like, I feel like Epirus is winning the infantry fight on a few different fronts, but they're losing their general as well, and now a lot of their skirmishers are getting under some pressure here. That Samnite warrior turned its back to the skirmishers and came back at the Epirus Samnite warriors. They're being followed by the dog handlers there for those Molossian dogs. I wonder if that other dog unit got a hold of the Numidian noble cavalry. I'll look out here on the ground. I don't know if I would recognize a dead Numidian noble versus the Carthaginian cav. But let's see what's going on here in this infantry fight. I feel like Carthage is kind of taking command here. They're in a decent spot in this melee over here. And they've now got cavalry through to the enemy Cretans. Their own Cretans are quite safe at the moment. The Thurio spear is near them, but there's a mercenary Samnite back there still guarding, so those Carthaginian Cretan archers at this point feasibly are going to get to use all their ammunition, and they are going to kill the Epirus general almost certainly here. Royal Peltists have decent shields and armor, but they actually don't stand up to missile fire near as well as some other super heavy infantry would. I say super heavy, they're not literally a super heavy, but you know what I mean, like an elite infantry is what I should say there. So I do believe Carthage is just straight up pulling ahead here. The Epirus' best wish here is a Pyrrhic victory, their namesake, but I just don't see that happening. The dog handlers did come after the Cretans here. And the Cretans are probably going to pull away from that. The dog handlers are getting worked by some Samnite warriors. Look at this Libyan hoplite pushing enemy Cretan archers back. That is definitely a good thing for those hoplites, and then the Carthaginian general now bearing down on them. So these guys are caught between a rock and a hard place here. There's just nowhere to go. Here comes said rock. And then there's the hard place. So yeah, those Cretan archers are going to meet their demise there. They fought bravely for Epirus, but it was not enough in this one, as Carthage is going to be victorious here. Does the winner get to fight Rome or something? Is that the deal? Because Epirus and Carthage were the ones who just never could quite seem to make the impact against Rome. So they fought each other, and then winner takes Rome for the rematch. There we go. So a Carthaginian victory. Always a welcome sight on my channel. Not that I'm trying to run down the Epirus player. I always like some good Epirus action here as well. So thank you to Ram and Sol for fighting this one. Interesting army here for Carthage. That is some serious firepower there with 3 mercenary Cretans. Not a lot of offensive infantry capability here, but that is your offensive power right here, as well as the Numidian cavalry. There was not a Numidian noble cavalry here, so I called that wrong to begin with. I probably saw this noble cavalry or something and just got confused, or just, I don't know, just read something that wasn't there. Maybe I wanted to see a Numidian noble cavalry and just didn't get to. The Royal Peltist general still managed to get a fair number of kills. I don't know how valuable they were because it did end up fighting a cheaper infantry unit. These Royal Peltists are fun generals. They can be good if you can keep them at a distance, discharge all their javelins, and then come into combat late once the enemy is running low, or preferably with no missiles or cavalry operating. That's when your Royal Peltist general is going to be a very dangerous and expensive unit, difficult to use at times, but definitely a fun one to see on the battlefield. Samnite warriors, of course, a very heavy defensive unit. Good for holding a line, but against these lighter infantry units, you know, like Illyrian levies or, you know, Gallic warriors, they're very capable. So fun armies, fun time here. Hope you all enjoyed this one. HeirofCarthage signing out for now. I'll see you soon with some more action in Total War Rome 2.